4 years ago, the horror movie world witnessed the return of yet another 80s franchise icon with the film Curse of Chucky. Unlike other horror franchises that are placed in the category of reboot, this effort to bring Charles Lee Ray back into relevance was a direct sequel to the earlier efforts. Surprisingly, Curse of Chucky was a hit among horror fans, despite its release only being direct-to-DVD instead of into the theaters. Revamping the series after the cringe-inducing mess that was Seed of Chucky was no easy task, and Curse brought things almost perfectly back to the core of what Child's Play movies should be, while offering something fresh. The positive response was enough to greenlight another direct-to-DVD sequel, Cult of Chucky. The movie brings back Brad Dourif as a crazy killer doll and Fiona Dourif as Nika from the last film, acting as a direct continuation of Curse. But is Cult of Chucky able to carry the franchise forward with the same success as the last movie? What does this mean for the franchise going forward? Well, we're going to take a look, with spoilers galore, you have been warned, at the unrated version of Cult of Chucky. The film opens up with Andy, played once again by Alex Vincent, the star from the first two Child's Play films, and the end-credits sequence from Curse. He's sitting at a restaurant with a date who has questioned Andy on his love of guns and his shady past. She Googled him. Andy tries unsuccessfully to get anywhere with the situation, and his date bails on him because, well, hey, skeletons in the closet are a deal breaker. The scene informs us that Andy is still deeply affected by what Chucky did to him all those years ago, and we see the extent of this when he returns home. Andy cracks open a beer and wanders over to his safe concealed in the wall, and holy shit! The messed up head of Chucky is inside? This takes the whole skeletons in a closet thing to a whole new level. If you watched the end credits scene from the last film, we know that Chucky had himself mailed to Andy in hopes of a little payback, only to be greeted with a shotgun to the face. It seems that Andy kept what was left and has been filling his spare time with torturing Chucky. Andy then lights up a joint. Wait, you're smoking weed, dude? Or is that a home-rolled cigarette? You know, it's a horror movie, so it's probably weed. Chucky then asks for a hit, and Andy obliges, only to have Chucky to try to take a bite out of his hand. Andy, not impressed, goes over to his dresser and pulls out what appears to be several blowtorches from his arsenal of holy shit dude items, and proceeds to light Chucky up. It is then we get the movie's opening credits. Now this is a really great intro. We get reintroduced to the franchise staple character. From the look of Andy's home, he seems to have done very well for himself. But he's never been able to work past the trauma he experienced from his youth, preferring to keep Chucky around, to seemingly torture Chucky, instead of trying to find a way to, permanently get rid of him from the world. There is an ulterior motive for this, but we'll get to that later. The core of the story reintroduces us to Nika, who has appeared to responded well to her therapy and has fully accepted her role as the murderer from Cursed. Bullshit! Bullshit! Her story begins with her receiving electroshock therapy, then having another little sit-down chat with her doctor to be convinced that Chucky is not real and she was jealous of her sister and blah blah, killed people for psychobabble and blah blah, thumping progress. Having been cured, Nika is awarded for her self-recognized inner serial killer with a transfer to a medium security facility. Upon arrival, she is settled into her room by an orderly named Carlos, who is disinterested at first, but warms up to her after a discussion of Nika's disability, and even leaves her a pack of gum. Nika then meets a character named Angela, who believes she is a ghost, and another inmate named Malcolm. It is with Malcolm that Nika trades a piece of her product placement gum,
Juicy fruit.
Get your feet shined up, grab a stick of juicy fruit. The taste is gonna move you up, move you out. The taste is gonna move you when you pop it in your mouth. Juicy fruit is gonna move you. It's got a taste that gets right to you. Juicy fruit, the taste is gonna move you.
for a cigarette and wheelchair boning time within the first 2 minutes of meeting him. That's right, the first thing on Nika's mind after being transferred to a medium security facility is to get busy. Yeah, she's been locked up for 4 years in high security and... Hang on. She's paralyzed from the waist down. How is she feeling anything? She shouldn't be able to, but the way she's acting, she's feeling everything. And on another note, why in a stairwell? I mean, of all places, why there? You're not high school students. Would it have taken too much time for you to go to her room or Malcolm's? I mean, hell, there's no cameras. They could have taken one of those handicap placards and placed it on the doorknob like a white sock or one of those do not disturb signs. Okay, you know what? Hanging the placard's a bad idea. Why not create a placard just for this situation? I mean, handicapped people deserve to have their own signs, right? You know, just something like warning, handicap fucking. Anyway, kudos to you, Dawn. I didn't see that coming. Next, Nika and the other patients are having a group session where Angela tells Nika that Chucky called her and he's coming for her. Then right after this, the doctor pulls out a good guy doll with the name Chucky. You know, to help with therapy. Thanks, Doc. It's guys like you that make it so much easier for the killer to get to their victims. Then right after this, Nika gets a visit from Tiffany. Okay, come on, Dawn. Why did you bring her back? I knew she might thanks to her cameos and Curse, but damn it. Just kill her already so she goes away for fuck's sake. So Tiffany, who has no conscience, no feelings of any kind, informs Nika that she was Alice's legal guardian. Oh, and that Alice is dead. Oh. Shit, man. Well, thanks for not ripping out my heart. Instead, you ripped out my heart right out of my chest, stomped it on the ground a good 1,000 times, and then threw salt into the open wound. Afterwards, we move on to Chucky, who encounters Angela. And this happens.
Where's Nika?
Last door on the right. You can see me.
Yeah, I can see you.
Don't be afraid.
What?
I'm not going to hurt you.
You fucking with me?
No, I'm not. Tell you the truth, I'm happy to have the company, even if you aren't real.
Okay. Let me explain something to you. I am a vintage, mass-marketed children's toy from the 80s. Standing right in front of you, holding a very sharp scalpel.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am.
I'm a schizophrenic. I see things.
Aren't you the crazy bitch I talked to last night on the phone?
Sometimes I hear things too.
Okay, lady. You know what? You're next. I'm gonna be right back. Jesus. Fucking cuckoo's nest.
I really like this scene. It has that classic Chucky charm to it. Chucky goes to Nika's room and notices she tried to kill herself with part of her wheelchair. Even though Nika has the right idea, Chucky saves her life, stitches up her arm, and leaves a cute little note. Aww. Okay, not so cute, and ever so creepy. Angela's body is discovered and labeled as a suicide. Her cuts were made with the same piece of metal as Nika's botched attempt. On the floor by the bed is a note in her blood that says Chucky did it. So far, the film is doing a good job with sticking with its tone. Like this next scene. Andy is seen watching a video where he is trying to convince the doctor that Chucky's alive. The doctor doesn't believe him, so Chucky Prime laughs at Andy. Then tries to play the maybe you really are batshit crazy. You can really feel the love-hate relationship between these two.
We're friends to the end, remember?
At this point, Nika has no doubt that Chucky is real, which sets up this great scene with the doctor burning and melting Chucky's hand. Chucky doesn't move, but Nika's not convinced. She wants him to burn the other doll held by Madeline. Since Madeline thinks it's her baby, she leaves and Malcolm and Nika follow her. Claire then decides to take the other Chucky doll to the garbage chute. Chucky bites her, and that's all she wrote. She tries to tell the doctor and the nurse Chucky's real, but to them, she's just having a major bitch fit. As Nika and Malcolm are following Madeline and Chucky, Madeline goes outside, where Nika can't follow. Malcolm goes alone. While Madeline's backed his turn, Chucky, in true Chucky fashion, flips Nika the bird. Nika watches as Chucky is thrown into an open grave along with Malcolm. Earlier, it stated Malcolm suffers from multiple personality disorder, and now to top it all off, he now has Chucky floating around in there. Chucky then kills Claire in a really cool way.
Sometimes I scare myself.
Holy shit, that was awesome. This scene is just so good. Claire can do nothing but watch as the glass falls down. So fucking creepy, and so much better than that motel bedroom scene from Bride. Really cool, and the first decapitation for the Chucky series. What? No, that doesn't count. Because, in my mind, that fucking piece of shit is not worth anything and is a slur excuse for a movie. It doesn't exist, okay? Nika then finds Claire's dead body and screams like crazy. Andy is then seen looking up the murders online and is informed by Chucky Prime that he's not the only one. Andy then goes to his holy shit arsenal and pulls out a good guy doll with short hair. I like the fact that Andy's in this movie, but the main focus is still on Nika. He doesn't steal the spotlight. Speaking of Nika, the doctor takes her to his office where he decides to hypnotize her and is revealed that he has been sexually assaulting her during these special sessions. Oh, terrific. Not only do we have killer dolls killing everyone, we also have this scumbag doctor taking advantage of paralyzed, hypnotized patients. You know, it takes a lot to make a character in a horror movie you want to see get axed off. It's just so fucked up, and, well, Chucky says it best.
Holy shit! And they call me sick? This guy is diabolical. I mean, what a piece of work. I'm actually a little envious.
Nika is then handed a piece of glass from Chucky to kill the doctor with. The next scene is a nightmare Nika has and... Oh, Alice. My, how creepy you got. Seriously, Summer H. Howe had only a few lines and they were delivered 10 times better than all of her lines in Curse. She was good in Curse though. This is a really weird nightmare and... Whoa, what the hell is this? Attack of the Photoshop? Wow. Oh, and now we get stocked footage from Child's Play 3? Are you telling me they ran out of money or just got super lazy? Well, we see that the doctor is alive. Oh, and he's willing to let Nika off for apparently hitting him. Wait, hold on. Go back.
Chucky. He's right behind you.
Okay, right there. She told you Chucky was behind you. Nika was hypnotized. You told her she would not be able to move her hands or that she could not lie. She had to tell the truth. So how was she able to hit you in the back of your sick-ass head? Next, Nika's trying to get into Madeline's room where she is breastfeeding Chucky. Okay. Gross. Andy can then be seen driving down the road and getting a call. It's Tiffany. I have no idea how she got his number, but she gives her love and a message from Chucky. Wow. No one notices the spot of blood on Madeline's shirt? Open your eyes, guys! Andy arrives, and to get inside the hospital, he punches the guard. Man, as an adult, Andy is a badass. Madeline's Chucky is buried, and Nika waits by a window, watching and waiting for Chucky to rise. She instead is knocked out by another Chucky. The short-haired doll arrives and is sent straight to Dr. Dickhead. Wow, how much did it cost for Andy to ship that doll within only a few hours and have it arrive when he did? Talk about timing. USX, this film's version of UPS, is Andy's hero. Madeline is then killed by Chucky in a pretty fucked up way. You know, I would say something like cat got her tongue, but I feel like that would be in poor taste. 2 puns for the price of 1.
Ashley, put him to bed.
Dr. Foley, I don't think I can do this anymore.
What?
Too much. I'm sorry.
I would like to point out the smartest character in this movie, Nurse Ashley. She knows to get the fuck out. Also, where's Pam? In the beginning of the movie, Carla Spicy Wiener tells Nika that she should ask for Ashley or Pam because they alternate days. Well, it's been about 3 days, and Pam has been a no-show. If she was sick or had another problem, she is the luckiest woman in the world. So Dr. Dickhead finds Nika in his room, tied in a straitjacket, and then asks the very stupid obvious question, how did you get here? To which Nika replies,
Take a fucking guess.
Madeline's dead.
Chucky did it.
No. She killed herself. She dug him up and mutilated herself so it looked like Chucky did it.
No.
Unless you killed them all, Nika. You know, it doesn't really matter to me. Because either way is gonna make a hell of a book.
oh, come on. A book? You are sexually assaulting her and she is in a wheelchair. Oh, you got her shoes. Yay? Man, this guy is an ass. She isn't even hypnotized this time. Okay, movie, I'm rooting for Chucky to kill this guy. Kill him right now. Whatever he gets is too good for him. Dude, how the fuck do you get knocked out the same fucking way 2 nights in a row? You aren't fucking Giles. Okay, this is funny as hell. I love how Chucky got his new spell. Right off of the fucking internet. I mean, it makes sense. The spell that was used in the original to become a doll could be found in Voodoo for Dummies. So Chucky can split his soul into other beings. Kind of like Horcruxes from Harry Potter. Ow! Poor Carlos. He got the worst of it. And he wasn't even a bad guy.
Now I'm gonna go kill Andy. No, I want to kill Andy. I earned it. I've been through a lot today. You got to suck pity today. Look what happened to me. Hello? Look at my hair. Oh, shit, you win. Absolutely. Sorry, pal. You go fuck them up real good. Have fun.
I think this scene is the best scene in the movie. You could burn me, explode me, throw me in the trash, rip me into pieces, but no one fucks with my hair.
Cherry snow cone. Yummy.
Ugh. Okay, Don. You just made Jennifer Tilly really creepy. Ugh. Okay, so Chucky is Nika now. Well, that's different. But this bugs me. Nika is paralyzed. Even with Chucky's soul possessing her, she should have fallen straight on her face. A soul can't heal a broken body. Voodoo or no voodoo? I take it back. The doctor got the worst of it. Good. This does bring up something interesting. Chucky is now Nika. So why does he care about what happened to Nika? He gets to kill somebody else, but why say this is for Nika? Maybe he actually cares. And this could be Chucky's character going into a new interesting direction. Or he's just mind-fucking the doctor. Either way. Well, shit. I thought the nurse would make it. Well, at least Pam gets to live.
Nika?
Nika's taking a nap. And I'm gonna make sure she never wakes up.
Wait, Nika's still in there? She's just sleeping? In the original Child's Play, from Chucky's dialogue, it seemed like Andy would have died and his soul would have been in heaven. It even says that in Child's Play 2. So does this mean Andy wouldn't have died, or just been sleeping? Too many questions this movie brings up. Oh, and Malcolm's not possessed. He just thought he was Charles. Jesus Christ! Okay, maybe Malcolm got the worst. Now it took 7 films, but we finally get that long-awaited showdown between Andy and Chucky. Granted, this scene is short, but it is a great showdown, taking Chucky down with the gun that he hid inside the doll himself and sent to the asylum. Then for added effect, he stomps his face in. Only blood and brain matter are left. Now I would like to see how people wouldn't believe him after this. There is blood and human brain within the doll. There is no way this could be explained. Next, Nika Chucky shows up in the doorway. Andy does not hesitate to shoot her, but his gun jams, which gives Nika Chucky time to taunt him and then lock him in the room. Now, Andy is sad. But all he would have to do is wipe off the gun, lay it on the ground, then lay himself on the ground and act like he was knocked out. Bam! I mean, cops in these movies are stupid, so this would work. Afterwards, Nika Chucky is seen leaving the asylum and meets up with Tiffany. She kisses Tiffany, then gets into the car. Tiffany confesses that she misses Alice. Nika Chucky proclaims,
Nah, fuck that kid.
She starts laughing, with Tiffany following suit. Then the camera focuses on the back of the car, where we see a Tiffany doll laughing as well. The last thing we get is another end credits scene, and here, just watch.
Kyle?
Andy sent me. We're gonna have some fun.
Fuck yeah! Kyle comes back. Can't wait to see her kick ass in the next film. And that was Cult of Chucky Unrated. First things first. This movie is not perfect, nor is it better than Curse. That chili scene in Curse is just so amazing. However, having Tiffany back in a major role and bringing her doll form back as well? No. Just no. Child's Play went downhill majorly after Tiffany came to be. Bride of Chucky was not horrible and quite fun, but afterwards, no. The ending? It's good and bad. First, having Chucky win in the end is great, and I mean really win. In Curse, he didn't kill Nika, so he did not completely win. In this film, he kills everyone that's in the asylum, takes over Nika's body, and kinda beats Andy. Andy will be back, but for right now, Chucky won the battle. This is a nice change. The killer rarely completely wins. Next, the whole multiple dolls with the same soul. This is also good and bad. If Don does this right, this could lead the franchise to new heights. If he does it wrong, it could fuck up everything and send Chucky back into obscurity. I think it should end with all the dolls wanting to be the head doll and ending with a huge fight to see who will become the new Chucky Prime. My fear is that Don did state he wants to bring Glenn and Glenda back to the franchise. And if he does this, the franchise will die again. This movie is good. It's got some interesting kills. They are way more inventive than the ones that were in Curse. Cult feels like Child's Play 2, sort of. Chucky shows himself way sooner and is less hidden than he was in Curse. Cult is bolder and takes bigger risks like Child's Play 3, Bride, and that other one. The only problem I see with this movie, besides the way it's heading, is its unanswered questions. 1. Why does Chucky Prime bleed? In Curse, his head is not cleanly off and there's no blood. He just pops it back on like a G.I. Joe. And then he's stabbed at the back by Nika and only stuffing came out. So what changed? In Cult, Chucky Prime and the other Chuckies definitely bleed. Second, Why Tiffany? I mean, I get it. They have a love thing going on. But after what Dawn saw, what happened to this franchise when Tiffany came to be, why? Why did you decide to bring her back? It just doesn't make any sense. Third, what happened to the nanny cam tape that Ian had hidden inside Chucky and Curse? Chucky would not have had time to have collected it since the police showed up right after Nika stabbed him. So where did it go? That would have been all the evidence Nika needed. Besides those questions, though, the animatronics for Chucky? They're freaking amazing. Way better than Curse. I mean, they still used a little person for some of the scenes, but you can't really tell. They had a way bigger budget. Brad Dourif and Fiona Dourif do an amazing job as their characters once again. And the new additions like the creepy ass dickhole doctor does a real good job. Kudos to him. Cult of Chucky in itself is a smart, funny, and a well-created film. Don shows he still cares a lot about this franchise, and he's doing his best to keep it afloat. The setting is nice, and the characters are interesting. The only thing this movie doesn't have is scares. Like Child's Play 1 and 2 and Curse, there was some good, intense scares and great scenes in that. I mentioned the chili scene. This film, all it has is jump scares, but that's it. And once you see a jump scare once, it has no effect. Watching the same movie over and over again, the jump scare just loses its jump scareness. Look, with what Don has set up for this film, this could lead to great things for this slasher franchise. Or it could completely destroy it and force a reboot. I don't want that to happen. For now, we're just going to have to play the waiting game. Cult of Chucky, unrated, gets 7.5 bad Chucky hair days out of 10. Thank you for watching. TheAnalRetentiveGamer, signing off.